Hello viewers, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. It's time for a new game, and I'm thinking we go friendly. Also, you may notice the screen looks a little bit different. A patch has been released since, between my last recording session and this one, and one of the things it did was add this panel here to the advanced options view, and I'm very happy about that. Great work, Abbey Games. I'll tell you what, they pump out content for this game like crazy, and it's all really, really high level of polish, and it's just fantastic. Okay, so we are going friendly. I was curious to use Kwame because I don't actually know how his helper perk works. Or how his captain perk works, rather. It says Kwame will attract helpers when solving enough encounters friendly, but it doesn't give us a lot of information, actually, like how many helpers, what kind of helpers, how many encounters is enough encounters. So I put together a party that I thought would be good at supporting him. Let's hope they are. You probably noticed that there are a lot of cards unlocked now. I've been playing, obviously, because I enjoy the game. And so I've unlocked quite a number of cards. Still not all of the cards. There's a couple of characters whose personal stories I don't have. There's a couple of other other cards that I don't have as well. But all three of these characters have their character stories unlocked, so it'll be fun to see those. Let's head out. The crew traverses an area that looks like it has never been trodden before, and Kwame finds a weird, colorful stone that looks valuable. The crew goes to take a look. Sadly, up closer, the stone does not look so fancy at all. The crew just waves it away as some common pebble. Philippe, however, thinks there's more to the stone and jots down some observations before leaving. That's weird. That was a weird note. A group of wolves is being very protective and territorial. They're launching an attack on you. Okay, so I think that it's... Is it worth trying to solve this friendly? For the points? Or for the, for Kwame's thing? You know what, I am gonna do that. We're gonna disregard this encounter token and we're gonna try to get our friendly on. Even though these wolves are gonna totally... Well, you know what, I was gonna say these wolves are gonna totally kick our ass if we're being friendly, but actually that's probably not true. First expedition enemies really are quite weak. So all three of our party members have a 100% accuracy, 100% damage friendly attack. And actually we have all three of the different friendly attacks represented. In addition, the party's actually fairly good at going aggressive, if that's a thing that should need to happen. If we need to audible into beating the crap out of somebody. Our friendly approach has proven its worth. It took some time. Wow. Okay, 2 failures in a row there. It took some time, but the wolves finally understand you don't pose a threat. As you walk away safely, you see some cute little pups pop up. That's why Mama Wolf was so protective. Okay, so we're like heroes now. So we're gonna kind of wind around and then hit this supply node. Hey look, it's the Hidden Horde. Discovery token, please. The crew arrives at a quiet clearing in the forest. While everyone takes a little break, Kwame notices that these clovers are different to the ones back in London. He takes them to research. These are pretty poor payouts that we're getting for these events. Okay, well, Signed Mandate is not a very good card, I think, like, at all. I guess if you get 300 renown from it, how good do these cards have to be valuable, the ones that just give you renown? I don't actually know. I wonder if there's a good way of calculating how much renown you get from a card that, like, improves the payout of your tokens or gives you extra tokens. Anyway, the point is we're not playing Signed Mandate. We're definitely playing one of these stories, so... This one is, Philippe is falling quite ill, the crew tries to help. Philippe loses 10 spirit, but gets +2 collect and +2 study on the 2 kinds of spins that he's good at. Or... Harry always remained positive when down on his luck. Gain +1 to 2 status from collect every time Harry succeeds on rogue or beguiler spins. Is he a beguiler? He is a beguiler. That's actually very interesting. I think I'm gonna go this way. I think this one... Oh, hold on, we're gonna keep that one in our hand, though. We're gonna do that next camp, probably. Philippe is ill. He doesn't really want to talk about it, but it's the result of the gruesome battles he has fought out in the Foreign Legion. He has become more frail. Kwame and Harry are getting worried with Philippe's deteriorating health. Maybe you shouldn't take him with you on the next adventure. Philippe has always been adamant on not seeing a doctor, but maybe it's for the best. Can the crew work this out? I'm curious. I'm interested to know whether the crew can work this out. Alright, a grove full of edible berries, vegetables, and clean water. It's pretty good. It's not a big deal to take some supply penalties on the first island anyway. Another weird, colorful stone. It looks as worthless as the other one. The crew is starting to think there's something up with this stone. Very few points of naturalist, unfortunately. Wait a minute, this stone is special. Not in the magical sense of the word, mind you. Philippe figures this stone might have properties that will aid in wave research. You mine the stone for the lab. And Philippe has gained a level. Alright, so he's going to pick up Amnesia Shot, which we've had in the past. Oh, it has a hit chance of 220%. I want to talk about this real briefly. Philippe has 220% on his hit chance on his melee to represent his doctor's precision or something. I don't know, he cuts people with a scalpel. For the most part, it's a flavor thing, but there's a couple of enemies in the game who have grit, and Philippe's attack is super good against those guys. So I don't think we're going to have him go any further into Rogue. I think he's going to be an engineer for the most part. Harry has roguing pretty covered. Alright, let's go get a treasure. Your crew is minding its own business, walking around the forest and taking samples for research, when suddenly you hear the sound of multiple feet rushing toward you. Get off my land! A man followed by wolves is charging at you aggressively. Well, we don't have to stand for that. Let's be friendly to this guy too, I guess. I'm very curious. Oh yeah, being friendly is definitely the right call. Okay, so... this could be a little bit dangerous. We have to be careful. We're kind of remarkably bad at being... what do you call it? At being devious. But we can do this. Alright, so we'll sit in hostile, and at least that way we're not taking a penalty. Also, I do not like being aggressive to the dogs because they did a good job of capturing a hurt dog sound that is really pretty upsetting. I'll kill humans in games all day, but for some reason you play that dog whimper noise at me, and I'm like, oh, what have I done? Am I truly such a monster? Right. Harry can sometimes one-shot these guys. There we go. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I don't think I want to tip us over into friendly just yet. Ah, but I can use Amnesia Shot. You see, it removes a point. And then we'll put some aggression on there. Okay. And then we'll just use friendly attacks to finish this off next turn, and we should be fine. Kwame has some weird sounds. Kwame, tell him that thing about world peace. Okay, cheers for world peace. How bad can he really be? That's right, Brown Wolf. Our cause is the best. Alright, well this should put us pretty cleanly back into friendly. Did that druid say kawaii? Is that what I just heard? I mean, listen, I'm not going to say Harry's not attractive. The druid apologizes. I thought you were going to steal away everything I have, but it turns out you're pretty nice. You can have this treasure I was guarding. What treasure were you guarding, sir? A Celtic cross. Okay. I don't think I want to get extra research from collect tokens. This kind of bonus is really potentially very powerful in the early game, though. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take a token buff. A fantastic find. You're going to be the envy of the renowned explorers with such a rarity. The crew leaves the druid and his forest behind. If one of the druids is here, the druidic circle must be nearby. Oh, Kwame is making new friends with his friendly attitude. One local in specific is determined to aid you with his or her talent. Okay, so was that 2 battles? Yeah, it must be, because people gained a level there. Okay. So, we have access to the normal set of helpers we get to choose, which is really cool. I think we're going to take student, just because we have more study tokens than anything else right now. Get the maximum value out of this on this first island. Harry is probably going to... I think we're going to pick up Beguiler, sort of spread out our abilities a little bit here. And Harry has picked up Piercing Shot, which is, you know, in case. And Kwame here will pick up Cheer, which is a single target heal. If you watch the game where we had Hildegard, it's the exact same ability. In fact, Kwame and Hildegard are almost the exact same character. We're going to take a level of Quick Thinker on Kwame for the same reason, just to expand our capabilities. So we're still looking for the node that, there it is. On one of those rainy days, you see a feather lying beneath a small tree. The feather is both magnificent and valuable. I was going to say, we're still looking for the node that has the marking on it. The outdoors are not for everyone, but walking in such a pristine landscape is bound to inspire someone to gain a passion for biology. I think it's going to be Philippe. Generally speaking, checks that call for naturalism give you a bonus if you're a scientist. The tweeting birds, the little bugs, the fact that no 2 trees are the same, yet they might all be one family. Philippe is finally grasping the beauty of it all and gains the naturalist biology perk. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of hunger penalties. Because it's the first island, first expedition, it's not really that dangerous. In the middle of the forest, you find ruins of some sort. What it actually was, remains to be uncovered. The crew starts an investigation, and Harry soon finds some ancient Celtic writing on a stone. It reads something like, "Welcome to the Otherworld, where we fairies live. We have been chased of our homeland by the Celts, and now live in this magical place." The crew is looking at the text with interest, when suddenly, a small person pops up. "Ye, I am a fairy of old. Get off my land immediately, or I'll cast a spell on you." It's obviously an orphaned child. Still, pretty impressive that an orphaned kid is able to decipher this script. Kwame offers the lonely kid the chance to join you as part of your entourage. The girl happily accepts. "Yes, I can be your student. Finally, I'm going to see more of the world." Yep, and we're out of supplies, and Harry loses some armor. Sometimes you find a natural phenomenon that is worth researching. However, if you approach it incorrectly, your data might be useless. This isn't really a situation, like a description of a situation that we're encountering, it's just sort of a thing that's objectively true. Oh, go for it, Philippe. Uh-oh. Philippe, you blew it. Sadly, Philippe was not fully sharp, and failed to find anything interesting about it. You know, if Philippe is anything, it's sharp. The other crew members, biased by Philippe, cannot look at the phenomenon objectively. Ah. Harry lost some grit. How much do I want to push it? Harry is all screwed up. I'm gonna go ahead and push for this battle. Just your luck, a pack of hungry wolves is following you. Well, it's time to make friends with some more wolves. So... the big benefit of that attack is that we actually are going to, we're going to get to do this kind of thing a lot. Oh, I maybe should have done that in a different order. Or no, actually, both of them have 0 armor, so never mind. Everything's fine. Alright, and when we drop this wolf, which should be completely trivial. Oh, Harry leveled up and now has enough speech that he's going to one-shot them all the time, I guess. Threat averted. Those wolves will bother you no more. Stories like these will do well at the renowned explorers. Harry loses attack power. Harry's just not going to have any stats left. We're doing it. We're going for the last note. Suddenly, Kwame orders everyone to stop. This part of the forest looks different. Maybe someone used to live here hundreds of years ago. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. The crew starts investigating and finds broken Celtic pottery. Some are useful for the investigation, while others net you some coin. Aw, I was hoping it was going to be Harry again. I'll just have all of his stats reduced to 0. Alright, let's do it. The crew vigorously searches through the dense forest. It doesn't take long before you find it. A standing stone circle. The ruined main menhir must contain valuable information to study. It will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned explorers. However, you hear, that French guy. He got here just before you did. I'm dropping stuff. I'll get it later. Thank you, amateur. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out. And I really need to take the main menhir to impress a lady. I don't think I do the same Rivalu voice from appearance to appearance. Oh, please, Explorer, we both know that this treasure is far better off in my hands. Allow my sharp companion Amir Akhtar to explain it to you in clearer words, while I steal all your shit. Before Kwame can stop Rivalu, his crew scout Amir stops you. What's your problem, my friend? What is our problem? Why can't we ever just get behind Rivalu? Why can't we ever just, you know, saddle up, take one for the team? So I'm going to go ahead and accomplish this friendly. It's not a big loss. Actually, kind of, if I move to, like, here... Very interesting. I think we should probably go backwards. Clear out this side so we're not getting attacked from both sides, then draw these guys to us. These guys are weak against becoming impressed. Kwame's just gonna fall back and hook his teammates up with the buff. I was kind of hoping Amir would change his party's attitude to friendly, just so that I could do this shot for like maximum damage. But it does gain power every turn you leave it off cooldown, so we charged it back up to that. I'm actually 100% okay with that. Now we're reducing the amount of damage that we're going to take. And actually, our damage output is significant. If we don't whiff, we probably will finish him off this turn, actually. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to kick it to aggressive. Okay, I pulled it back to friendly there. Amir thinks we're weak. You know, we're weak, but you're defeated. Your kindness is weakness. Bye! Outrageous! Rivaloo is gone, with the main menhir. The most interesting and telling scriptures were on it. Suddenly a hooded figure appears on the scene. A druid pops out of the forest. Amazing! I saw how you handled that encounter just now. Your friendly solution is admirable. I'm honored that someone like you is looking for our history. Allow me to help with a divination. Please tell me, what is the dream you chase? So, this biases the results for the treasure check. I think we're going to end up with a lot of money, because I intend to go to Mali next and actually do a good job there. So yeah, we're going to try going gold heavy. Ah, wealth, I'm sure you'll spend it wisely. I'll divine the earth for valuables, but no guarantees. Okay, the druid does some chants and urges you to follow him. He suddenly stops and points at the ground. The crew starts to dig and finds a unique treasure surrounded by gold. Okay, so yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to take extra gold from encounter tokens, and we're just going to get lots of encounter tokens. That almost doubles the gold output. With this last find, your expedition still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Rivaloo. And as always, you know, that's not actually a concern. That nerd is going down. So we did okay on research there. It's not... 93 is not enough to open up a... We're a gracious giver, are we? 93 is not enough to open up a whole branch of the tree. I believe that takes like 130 something. But I think we should be able to get there with our insight. So... History is definitely the better tree for supplies. Exploration records is the best of the supply talents, but I think we're going to end up doing kind of a hybrid science and gold thing, and actually engineering supports that pretty well with effective equipment and stuff. So I'd like to go to observations, I think. So the question is, who wants to get a perk? We could try to promote Philippe's naturalism, which would be an interesting idea. Or we could use the perk to make somebody else science-y, so that we get a larger number of people benefiting from research explorers, which is certainly beneficial. Huh, well, I think... we'll push the naturalism angle, because I'm curious to see what we'll get out of it. I don't actually usually run characters who are naturalists, I feel like, so I don't see a lot of the things that naturalism is good for. Philippe. Become more of a naturalist. How about... Well, you know what? Maybe we should just push engineer really hard. If it's going to be on him anyway. Automata... Yeah, let's push his engineering. So automata is what we'll learn from our skills for free. Advanced tools and combustion you can both learn from trinkets. Let's pick up steam engines, I guess. Alright. We do this. Student joins our entourage. We get 2 insight. We do this to make our insight spending more valuable. Pick this up, and then... Yeah, that's actually quite a bit of science per insight. It's pretty good. We definitely want this. Now the question is, do we want to bother picking up scientist senses? Or would we rather spend our insight on, like, gold and stuff? I think we want to... Let's see, what do we have here? Well, we're going to take this. We know we're pushing really hard for friendly. So we don't really have it. We're not going to be able to get enough status to hire another person. Yeah, I think that spending on study makes the most sense. Crew trains to take an extra good look whenever a certain type of challenge arises. So what are we really good at? We're pretty good at cultural challenges. We're pretty good at... I think technique is... Technique is definitely engineer. Is technique engineer athlete? Maybe engineer rogue? Shoot, I can't remember what. Anyway, we're certainly very good engineers. I think I'm going to say cultural challenge. We should be very good at cultural challenges. But I think we're actually going to go for plus renown from gold. I'm going to focus on wealth. Honestly, I maybe just want to bank this insight. I don't know that we're going to get a lot of value out of it. And by the end of the next expedition, our tokens will be worth a little bit more because of Kwame's thing. So yeah, we're gonna bank this 2 insight. Let's buy some basic gear. So I think we're gonna focus on offense for now. I like Philippe to have better speech. And I guess we'll do the same for Kwame. Buffing up his speech is good for our, actually, translation guide might have been a better play for him. Does he have diplomat languages already? He does not. And he's not going to learn it either. Oh, maybe I should spend one of those, one of those points of insight. Actually, 1 point of insight's probably not going to be sufficient, is it? Well, you know what? Let's get him the translation guide, though. Even though it is going to take both of our remaining insight. It's just a really powerful trinket. In certain situations. And this is one of them. Okay. That being the case... Man. Alright, I think we're ready to move on. Like I said, we're going for Bali. Rogue, Athlete, and Beguiler. We do not have a lot in the way of Athlete, and we're just going to have to deal with that. But Rogue and Beguiler we're prepared for. Recently, the world has grown interested in the cultural treasures from West Africa. A group of people little studied and understood still lives in these areas. A prosperous clan lives in a large village somewhere near. Kwame is positive you'll find a treasure there. So our party has some deviousness problems, I'll say that right now. We have only one devious attack that is really powerful. Although Kwame's Enrage has a 100% hit chance, it just has the lowered power. We do have access to Sadden, but it's not a very good Sadden. However, this village has not been kind to strangers. Their leader, a witch doctor, has always refused the pleas of travelers. They say he finds them boring, rude, and could not touch his heart. If you want the best results, you'll have to find out how to please the witch doctor. And I know... I remember that the challenge for learning how to please the witch doctor best, unfortunately requires athlete skill. But you know, we'll get by. You knew they were around here. Caravan raiders. There are too many to take head-on, but they didn't notice you coming from around the rocks. You see some coin and an interesting document that you would like to have. Maybe you could acquire those goods quietly. Philippe, look at all your bonus tokens. That's crazy. We'll have Harry throw that 90% at him. Ah, the bandits don't notice Harry sneaking past, getting the coin and the document. Cheerio, thugs. The document is very interesting. It talks about a hidden hoard close to a single fat palm in the desert. That's not actually going to mark a location for us? Okay. The crew finds a group of Tuareg men in a heated discussion. I tell you, that valley is the best place to build our fortifications to protect our salt mines. When they see you, some men invite you to come over and join the discussion as an objective party. One of the men starts, "We want to build defenses against bandits in this desert, but we can't agree on where and how to build our fort. The defenses must be tactical, and we must have access to water." Kwame thinks how you could help. Well, we're not great at tactics. Yeah, this is terrible. On second thought, sorry, we can't help. Sorry, boys. Alright, I do want to do this battle. A group of villagers stop you. "Hello, colorful bunch of foreigners. To pass this place, you have to pay a toll of 2 collect tokens. Please pay up." No, I don't think we will be doing that. Even if you were going to let us pass without paying a toll, we would have engaged you anyway. Alright, and we get good stuff for being friendly, in addition to all the other stuff we already get for being friendly. So these guys are weak to being excited. Where's Harry? The guy only knows one word. He's like a Pokemon. Oh yeah? Oh yeah! Oh yeah. Alright, well that was a pretty straightforward, probably it's not going to be the case forever that we can just blast down one opposing party member with each attack forever, but make sure to enjoy it while it is the case. These guys are they're taking their lives into their own hands here. Giving us bonus attack power. Desperately tempting us into murder. The villagers are going to share some knowledge with us, and also we got all these tokens. You made some new friends. You can pass for free. Special price for you, my friend. Also, please visit one of our villages. There is also something to do there. Okay, well all he did was show us the location of 2 things we could already see. Okay, so Kwame is making new friends. I guess let's go really hard on this thing, right? We're already trying to get encounter tokens, so... Oh, Philippe looks a lot more healthy. The crew is glad to see that he's feeling better. Philippe says he specifically improved a lot in a specific way. Oh. Oh, that's really interesting. So what are his stats right now? So we could give him some armor. I think we're going to do that. We're going to take the armor because the first few points of a defense are much more valuable than later points. At first, Kwame and Harry were quite worried, but this worry has now turned into suspicion. How is it possible that Philippe's health got so much better? He still looks quite frail, but there is no denying his physical progress. What's going on? That's weird. It's weird to be suspicious about your friend getting better. Faint laughter is coming from a distance. You have a fear of hyenas, but curiosity gets the better of you. As you sneak closer, you see a small village with people gathered around a campfire. You listen for a while, and notice that they're having some sort of joke festival where they keep telling jokes. When one of the tribesmen tells a dirty joke about a guy ending up in nothing but smelly underwear, Philippe can't help but think of Rivalou and laughs hysterically. You are noticed by the tribe, and they invite you in to tell a joke as well. The best joke of the evening gets a prize. Well, Harry, go get that prize. Also, Philippe's got Rivalou on the brain a little bit, I think. I don't know if that's healthy. Harry tells the funniest joke, and the whole town is laughing. One guy cannot even contain his drink that pours out of his nose. Oh yeah, look at all this money. So... I want to visit the other village, but it may not really be feasible. I definitely want to hit the cultural challenge here. You see the remains of an old battle with many broken weapons. You may focus on the historical battle or take some valuable weapons. Well... I think we should go for this. -5 speech defense will be a real bummer if we fail. Okay. Philippe determines what happened here in the past. 2 tribes must have gone to war over a nearby lake. Philippe writes down the findings. Sure, why wouldn't you? Oh, there's a 0... Okay. I was going to skip this node because I'm a little concerned about our supplies, but there's a 0-cost node connecting it to the thing I was going to go to. Oh dear, a pack of hyenas. They look particularly aggressive. Well, what are you going to do? Alright, so we're going to end this friendly, but it might take a little bit of effort. We have to be careful. So, who has the highest attack power? It's Philippe, actually. Alright, so Philippe's going to give one of these guys the old 1-2. And then we'll work our way over to friendly from here. Weak against excitement. That hyena looked positively shocked. Ah, they are quick. Man, and that's with armor. Oh dear, is he actually gonna go down? Please dodge. Oh my god. Okay, wow. That sucks a lot. Apparently we have to be a little bit more careful with him. We're letting him nap. He'll be alright. He just needs to, rest it off. You managed to tame the hyenas. Even the meanest of beasts can be befriended. A valuable lesson. Oh, let's level him up. So, Amnesia Shot gains 25% power is pretty good. I think that's what we're going to take. It's nice because it's a physical attack that takes advantage of his potentially high attack damage without pushing us over into aggression. Okay, so Dodgeball is valuable because it makes Kwame a level 2 quick thinker without me having to apply any more effort. And we have a thing that cares about that. Are you a level 3 rogue? You are not. I'm also going to keep this one because I think it's really good. Remember, we are not actually going to be holding on to 3 cards here because I'm about to play Orphan Child. May as well improve our collect tokens while we're focusing on getting them. As most explorers already know, Harry grew up an orphan. He never met his mother or father. However, Harry has always kept an upbeat attitude toward life. It has given him an underdog status, and everyone wants to see him succeed. So we have a special option here because Kwame is so supportive and helpful, I guess. Kwame is extremely kind to Harry. It's clear that he wants Harry to succeed even more than most. Harry appreciates the support, but his roguish nature starts to annoy him. Wait, too many pronouns. Who's the him, and who's the his? Isn't it a bit too easy to take advantage of Kwame's kindness? Yeah, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Right? So he's got +5 grit. I really like the little character interactions you get out of these stories. An audit committee for the Witch Doctor approaches you. You seem moderately interesting. Maybe you would like to enlist on the waiting list for those who can amuse our leader, the Witch Doctor. He might give you some reward for your foreign tricks. Waiting time is 5 months. Yeah, we don't have 5 months, man. That's not gonna work. So, we have fun pranks, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know. Harry persuades the villagers. We had a lot of different options that were all the same option, basically. The villagers are pretty excited. Whoa, Harry, you sure are something. Say what, we'll make sure you only have to wait 2 months. Ain't that great? Yeah, that's a step toward great. Alright, so this time we got a blue guy. The blue guys do AoE damage, so we have to be a little bit careful about how we position ourselves. Oh, no we don't. Harry's got it under control. Alright, so I want to be careful with Philippe. I think what we're going to do is Philippe's going to step this way. Take care of this guy. Philippe does have the, he has the reduced spirit, which is a problem. He would not have gotten one shot. Or he wouldn't have gotten taken down in a single turn against those hyenas if not for his spirit deficit. But this way, Kwame is blocking the path to Philippe. There's no way for those guys to get over there. Alright, this is not exactly like the most sophisticated combat. We're basically just mashing our friendly abilities against whoever comes in range. Villagers are utterly impressed by you. We have to admit, you're pretty cool. Especially you, Harry. You're like the best person ever. We'll make sure you can get an audit whenever you come. Great, that's not actually going to help us that much, but... so Kwame's making more friends. We're going to keep pushing on traders, I think, for now. Okay, so Harry can get piercing shot in a cone, or piercing shot gains power. This is just not very good. We're going to take the cone. I'm a little concerned about our supply situation here. An exhausted woman is dragging herself through the desert. When she sees you, she waves and comes up to you. Dear explorers, I got separated from my caravan and I'm incredibly thirsty. Could you spare me some water? Oh man. This feels like a real dick move. But it is technically better for us. We're gonna be nice. Kwame gives the poor lady some water. She's very thankful. I will tell everyone about this generous deed, traveler. Now I'm refreshed. I will find my caravan in no time. Okay, so we kind of like, we have to make a beeline for... Oh no, there's a break in the... Why is there no path here? Well shoot, I haven't gotten to see hardly any of this region. So I could just hope that there's supplies over here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. A group of scared elephants is coming toward you. Fortunately, Kwame is a quick thinker. And actually, most of that was from his speech power. Kwame leads the crew through the incoming herd of elephants. By timing correctly and thinking quickly, Kwame manages to get everyone safe on time. Looks like no such luck. When the crew splits up to cover a larger area, Kwame finds a small mud pyramid. You can hear the hissing of snakes inside, and a skeleton lies in front of the entrance. You're sure to find something really good in there, but going through must be resolve breaking. Yeah, we're gonna eat the resolve penalty. Whatever, man, I don't care. It's a hellish tour, and Kwame kicks around the snakes desperately, but he makes it to the center of the mud pyramid. There you find a clay tablet about Songhai princes. Okay, so we can get a large token of our choice. I think we're going to take a discovery. After choosing, Kwame rushes back to the crew, not wanting to be in the pit of snakes 1 second longer. The crew is impressed with Kwame's show of bravery. Yeah, so we did not find supplies. You see a small elephant being attacked and laughed at by hyenas. It seems they are being led by a strong female hyena. What will you do? Well, obviously we will... I mean, come on. Who could dare leave an elephant to be tortured by hyenas? That's messed up. As soon as you run toward the hyenas, they leave the wounded elephant alone. The elephant seems not too badly hurt. Time to teach these arrogant hyenas to stop messing with everything. Yeah, that's not really... okay. Fine. I guess that's what we're doing. It's not really my primary concern in life. Okay, so the hyenas are weak to excite and strong against saddened. That's not... yeah, that's fine. So we want to put Philippe... Actually, we don't have to be that careful about Philippe's health against enemies like this. Speech enemies, because he has a lot of speech defense. Alright, so we're going to... This hyena is stronger when you are devious. Okay. We won't be devious anymore by the end of the turn. Oh, actually it won't matter, because this hyena will be defeated by the end of the turn. Oh, by the way, when Philippe leveled up, he picked up Tranquility, which is an AoE heal that also confers excitement as a very powerful ability. That's right, get your confidence boosted. That hyena apparently was the sister of the infamous Chuckles the hyena, which is a hyena that I guess we're supposed to know stuff about. Hey Harry, feel free to dodge once in a while, buddy. Alright, well Harry needs to move away from the front line. This seems like a fine place for him to go. It may not matter, we might be able to one-shot all three of these. Alright, so we gotta plug up all of the avenues of attack, but you know what? It's definitely not gonna matter. We have got this. Alright, we do actually have quite a bit of healing in this party. So if I didn't think we could have taken out the hyenas, we had lots of options for keeping Harry alive. The strong hyena truly feels sorry and is purring. You pet her a few times and feel that you two are bonding. After a few minutes, the hyena rounds up her cackle and they leave. But not before they lead the little elephant back to his herd. Wow, that's, like, miraculous. Philippe loses some speech defense. That's pretty bad. Speech defense is the thing we can least afford to lose here. So Kwame gets +3 campaign tokens when spending insight in Timbuktu, or Kwame and allies around him get plus excited. I think that's going to be more valuable for us, given that we are speech mode. And he gained dance, which is a bummer, but it does allow him to buff someone's defenses significantly. And we're going to take the supplies. Pretty excited about that. You hear some yelling in the distance. Work harder, you maggots. We've got to get this haul from our turf to the port as quickly as possible. A local warlord with a large following, it seems. There seem to be many special mines in the area. Let's sneak around and see that haul he's talking about. A marked sack. As the warlord starts fighting with some workers, an opportunity arises to steal the haul. Well, yeah, I mean, we're definitely taking all this stuff. And if Harry succeeds on this, it'll buff our collect tokens payout, so yet another reason to do it. Please don't... Okay. I was going to be very unhappy about that. Skillfully, Harry sneaks up into the warlord's camp and snatches the marked sack. When someone sounds the alarm, the warlord is furious. Where are my diamonds? Search the area! But it's too late. We've already stolen all of your stuff, dude. All of it. With the warlord behind you, the crew continues. It seems there are more special mines here than you thought. I'm not happy about how few supplies we got there, but it's enough for us to get to this supply node at least. You find a little hut. You can hear weird noises coming from the inside. This is the hut with the moving the furniture. Unfortunately, there's literally no way we can do this. I mean, not literally, but there's very much no way that we can do this. We're just gonna evade the chore. A lonely lady is trying to move around furniture in her small hut. Oh, hey there. I was trying some new house decoration, but moving my wardrobe and bed around is so hard. Well, you could help her, but the small hut gives you little room to move. You'd have to be athletic to make it work, and also, apparently, if we fail, we're gonna knock down her whole house. So let's not do that. No way you're helping us, stranger. You say some nice words about the house and leave. That's not why I did it. Or didn't do it, rather. A miner crosses your path. Foreigners. Are you too looking for gold? Or even the amazing Crystal Mountain? You greedy foreigners are all the same. Okay, well, give me your supplies anyway, though. The miner is at ease with Kwame's diplomatic approach. Thanks for the gesture. If you're looking for gemstones here, you won't be disappointed here. Here? Take my specialized mining gear. It will yield better results and open up new possibilities. Great, but he seems to be hiding something more. You can't put your finger on it, and so you leave. I sure would love to know what he was hiding. So we're gonna head this way, which is maybe not really a safe thing to do. The entrance of this cave has collapsed and is sealed off by a thick wall. You'd love to know what's behind it, so you find out. Special mining tools. With Harry's might, you burst in. Once inside, a surprise awaits you. The cave is full of weird materials. One vein of glowing stones is particularly interesting. Someone might start mining and researching. Okay, if we whiffed on this, it would be really bad. But if we don't whiff on it, it's really good. That is 2 discovery tokens. That is so good that I'm willing to risk it. Eureka! With the use of some specialized tools, Philippe could figure out the powerful nature of these materials. From now on, they will be called bensusanium. Is that his last name? Yeah, okay, bensusan. After Philippe is done, the crew moves out. I don't know almost any of their last names. Alright, we're going to take this trip because it's free. A mine, but its content is a mystery. So we'll use the mining tools that we got, obviously. We strike a gold vein. Alright, I was kind of hoping that we would find some more supplies. We're just going to eat a bunch of penalties, but I am definitely doing this node. This must be the Crystal Mountain. The spoils inside its dangerous caves are rumored to be numerous. Maybe it's full of sandwiches and stuff. We get some of our supplies back. We get a nice sandwich vein. You're about to enter a tight cave that leads into the Crystal Mountain. Someone needs to go first. Besides, you don't know for sure if someone is small enough to fit in. Your adventure also tells you that the things inside might go horribly wrong. So Kwame can fit through because of his physical size, but also we could do mining tools. Nobody's an excavator, right? But Philippe is an engineer. He has biology. That's like geology. I think we're gonna... Philippe leads. Once inside, Philippe is awestruck. What an amazing cave. Crystal larger than horses all around. But then, disaster strikes. Uh-oh. Well, you know, just your adventurer's luck. The way back has already collapsed. There might be much to find here, but being inside when the cave collapses will be absolutely disastrous. Philippe needs to think fast on what to do next, so we could run and increase our odds for a challenge, or we could be greedy and get tokens. Let's do that one. Philippe can't resist this. Can't leave this cave without researching and collecting some of these magnificent crystals. A falling pebble hits Philippe, but that's not enough to stop an explorer. When he's done, he continues to look for an exit. The rumbling is getting intenser, even more intense. Philippe needs to start hurrying. However, Philippe sees a little chance to get some more valuable crystals by making a big jump. A dangerous endeavor that might give you a valuable experience. I think that we shouldn't try this. Let's not do that. I know that like the penalty for this is not really a big deal, but I think I want the 25% increased odds of escape. That jump is way too dangerous. Philippe continues to run and look for an exit. There it is. The exit is in sight. If you start running, you might make it unscratched. However, Philippe's eye catches a bright twinkling a few meters ahead. I'm risking my life for a twinkling. The text is very purple and special looking. What an amazing find! The twinkling was a magnificent diamond, bigger than you've ever seen. With some quick and daft moves, I'm sure they mean deft, Philippe wedges the diamond out of its socket. Treasure for us. Okay, so plus 5 gold from encounter is pretty good. We're on 38 collect tokens. So we could gain 3 treasure hunts or 19 collect tokens. I think I want to take 19 extra collect tokens because of the status and research. Although I guess these also give status. So what, 3 of these is on average like 62 gold. So 180 gold, 186 gold, and like 70 something status. Let's call it 80 status. Versus 19 times 12. This is way more gold. Yep. This is the moment. Will Philippe dodge the debris and escape in time? Uh-oh, I sure hope so, because that's like all of my resolve, man. Oh, okay. Philippe did it! With impressive strength and agility, Philippe manages to speed out of the cave. You're safe. That would have ended the adventure right there. Oof. When Philippe is reunited with the rest of the crew, he tells them all about the wonders of the Crystal Mountain. The crew is happy with the renown you will be awarded, but you can't help but be jealous of Philippe's adventure. Also, now we have to take a bunch of supply penalties on the way back to the thing here. So what's the shortest path? 1, 2, 3... Wow. So actually, this path is the same distance, and it takes us through 2 new nodes. A small gold mine. You could go in with it for a few swings with a pickaxe. And we sure do. And then Kwame loses speech power, which is the worst possible outcome, I think. Walking through deserts is not just agony. You also get to study the properties of certain things in extreme heat, like Kwame's face. Alright, Philippe loses armor. That's not a big deal. Harry loses attack power. Also not a big deal. We don't intend to do a lot of physical combat here. This is it, the Witch Doctor Village. Maybe Kwame and the crew will be able to get a rare local treasure for your collection here. Once you visit the expedition... Yeah. I know how this works. We all know how this works. What a unique village. The villagers are all gathered around the central place, where an event is taking place. That's... okay. You only hear, these people are boring, and I will not give them a treasure. Send them away! That must be the Witch Doctor. Hey, look, it was the Witch Doctor. He just sent 2 other explorers away. He turns his eyes to Kwame, obviously annoyed that another person has come to audit. Ugh, another annoying group of scallywags. Go away, you're not getting anything. Ah. But perhaps he can be convinced. Just like with most old people, Kwame has to put in a lot of effort to make a point. That's, alright. But after a few minutes of loud conversation, the Witch Doctor is at least stalled. Okay, well, let me consider. He turns to his audit committee. Are these young folks on the list or something? Are these people amusing of some sort? This is not good. Okay. It looks like your chances depending on these guys, who fortunately we convinced earlier. They tell the Witch Doctor how strong your personality is and that he should hear you out. It seems your previous approach has benefited you. It is time for... Who's got the... He's at 36 speech, you're at 35 speech. Time for Harry's jokes to shine. The Witch Doctor turns to you again. Ugh, okay, fine. Amuse me. Philippe cracks a joke about hyenas. It hits the right spot. The whole village is crying with laughter. That was the best joke I've ever heard. You are the funniest person I know. He orders some villagers to bring an item, the golden chihuahua. What a magnificent treasure. Haha, you deserve this. But... That was hilarious. I swear you can have this chihuahua, but please, tell another joke first. I just need one more giggle. And then we crack another joke, and it's not good. He's like, tell me one more joke, and then we tell him the joke, and he's like, one more joke, and yeah, okay, now it's time to fight. That's quite enough of this tomfoolery. The Witch Doctor still wants more free entertainment. Come on, one more time. Do it for the exposure. Somebody on the writing team has been an artist. You want to face the Witch Doctor, but he's in an indomitable spirit. A polite decline for a minor treasure might be a better option. No, I don't think that's happening. I'm such a nice old man. Please entertain me one more time. Yeah. You're about to have an experience you'll never forget, old man. I hope that's what you were asking for. Alright, so we're going to kick this guy's ass. Unfortunately, we want to go friendly and not aggressive. I feel like going aggressive. I feel like that's what he deserves. But instead of physically beating up an old man, I guess we'll just, we'll try to be nice. Okay, so Philippe's stats are all screwed up from various penalties. He still has the highest speech defense in the party. Thanks to him getting all of the bonuses from encounters. Alright, so remember, we do have heals. I think we're going to be okay. Does Kwame have enough move to get over there? He does not. Actually, that's really bad. Well... We can take these guys down. My plan was for Kwame to move to here and take out the blue guy. But I guess this is sort of as good. It's going to be hard for the blue guy to hit multiple of us because he's completely blocked in by Philippe here. And in fact... Oh no, never mind. He still totally gets to hit Philippe. But that's okay, we have a... I'll use cheer. I think. Right? Are you guys gonna be able to handle this? I move you over here. Okay, yeah. Yep, so we'll make use of cheer. And that skill upgrade we took on Kwame is keeping the whole party in excited mode, which is fantastic. Basically, everybody in our party is going to have plus 25% speech power, like almost all the time. For the entirety of the game, really. So that's pretty fantastic. Kwame, could you please move? Because I want Harry to stand right here. Alright, we are stacking up as many bonuses as possible. Well, this would be as many as possible. But if we amnesia shot this guy to drop his speech defense, he'll take a tremendous amount of damage from Harry's excite, or from Kwame's excite, but then he'll also be excited at the end of the turn, and that's not how I want things to go. So Philippe is going to come over here and move him back into a less terrifying mood. More villagers join the conflict, and this guy gets to do his AoE. Okay, not a big deal. Ooh, that did a fair amount of damage. And you can see Kwame has already returned us all to excited mode, which is pretty fantastic. Okay, well that was actually really easy, which is good because we've lost 2 resolve already. All right, so the Witch Doctor hooks us up. We get a treasure hunt token for our trouble. You did it! The Witch Doctor is amazed. I never thought to meet such amazing people in my old days. You deserve this Chihuahua treasure. I'm sure it's in good hands. Being friendly is fantastic. Alright, this is pretty much the path we took last time, but this time, you know, it's going to keep being good after this. So, our highest level rogue gains +4 collect on rogue spins. I think that's definitely the way we're going to do this. So, Harry's spin bonuses are all badass now. With the treasure in hand, you leave the village. Harry brags that you really showed that witch doctor what the renowned explorers are all about. That's true, we did. Expedition is a success. We made it out with 66 collect tokens, which is not terrible for the second adventure. We're getting a little bit of research. Less than I had hoped. I was hoping that it was going to work out to be about half a point of research per token, and that's actually we had a streak of +1s there. We did actually get to about half. All right, so they made some changes in the patch that you're going to see in just a moment here. We are a gracious giver. Still. With that adventure behind you, you can send a report to an explorer welcoming city. Okay. We're going to send it to Constantinople. But here, you can see what I'm talking about here. Constantinople is now an entourage hall and a modest trinket shop, while New Orleans is an equipment shop and a modest entourage hall. We, of course, want New Orleans to be open, but we're going to send the thing to Constantinople because we're going to... Well, here, I'll show you. Yeah. In the engineering tree, there is this thing that unlocks the New Orleans and Sydney equipment shops, and we're going to be getting this. So let's go engineering, effective equipment. Hidden compartments is really good, but it's not... So this is going to be really good for us because we have a level 3 rogue and a level 3 engineer. Well, we'll have a level 3 rogue soon. We didn't really get that much insight. I'm a little concerned. Now, let's take this. We want to get the improved cargo at the very least. That's really important. Oh, hold on. So... the third tab here has the guys that improve your payouts. So do I want to take plus research from collect tokens or plus gold from study tokens? I think we're going to take plus research from collect tokens. We're really going to focus in on collect tokens as hard as we can. So 2 to 6 research. They're actually almost as good as study tokens. We're getting there. And that leaves us with 250... well, 260, but 250 spendable, effectively. What do you call it? Why am I status? I'm having so much trouble thinking of this word. I think, yeah, we have to go for the studies. Alright, this will get us supply capacity. Very important. We are not going to make it to the next research paper. We need 104 research. That's a shame. So I think what we might want to do is spend it in Paris instead. Because if we can get to 300 status, yeah, which we totally can, then we'll be able to hire another specialist. Alright, so the question now is, do we want to hire one of the Turkish specialists, or do we want to spend 50 status on this upgrade and then buy one of these 250 specialists in this tab here? Let's have a look at these guys real quick. Giving someone Rogue Merciless, giving Rogue Merciless to Harry and getting an extra collect token for entering technique challenges sounds pretty good. Yeah, Merciless is not one that he would have access to otherwise. None of these other ones are as compelling. Alright, Harry learned Rogue Merciless. So let's spend our gold real quick here. We're going to be going to the Andes next. So, Diplomat, Rogue, Survivalist, and Engineer. I think that we're going to want to buy the compass then. We want somebody to be a survivalist. Actually, let's have a look at the little trinket shop. So, this is just an armor trinket. This loot used to be in New Orleans, I'm pretty sure. There's also, this gives Quick Thinker Wits. Plus 20 speech when the mood is, plus 20 speech defense when the mood is tyrannizing. Okay, so this just cancels out the, or maybe not quite. I think the speech defense penalty for being in tyrannizing might be 25 points. But the point is, this makes it less terrifying to be in tyrannizing, which is a, it also gives Diplomat Politics. What else do we have here? Plus 5 speech power and the Naturalist Astronomy perk. That's not bad. Or plus 25 speech defense when the mood is escalated. So this is another one of those. But this one does give 5 attack power and military history. So those are pretty interesting. I don't think we actually want to buy any of these, but they're interesting. That's not the button I wanted. Somebody should have this compass. Let's make it Harry. And then we'll get an upgrade, and we'll buy some decent gear for a couple of people. So we've got good books. We're starting to take kind of a lot of damage. Well, you have 27 grit, actually. Let's start with the guy with the low health. Buff his defenses up. And then Kwame could also use a little love, and Harry could too, but we can't really afford to give him a good... Well, we'll just give him the 150 armor. That's fine. So we have 100 left. There's no reason not to give him advanced tools. The other thing we can do is pick up athlete for somebody. But I think we're going to go monkey wrench. Get him to engineer 4. Alright, well that's going to be it for this episode of Renowned Explorers. Come back next time, venture into the Andes. The patch notes said they added some a new event and some cool stuff to the Andes, so I'm eager to see that. Come back next time, and maybe we will. And we'll see you then.